Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sheboygan A's Baseball at Wildwood Park. My name is Mike Martin, and along with Matt Crowley, we will be bringing you tonight's game versus the Little Chute Bandits. This is a non-league game. The starting pitchers for the game for Sheboygan, here you see him warming up, is Davis Wilson, and for Little Chute, Connor Mrazek. The starting lineup for Little Chute, managed by Jared Knudsen, is Nick Nicholson at second base. Batting second, Alex Keck in center field. Batting third, Alex Nicholson, the shortstop. Batting fourth and playing third base, Connor Wegman. Batting fifth, the pitcher, Connor Mrazek. Batting sixth, Jake DeBruin, the catcher. Batting seventh and playing first base, Peyton Just. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Jake Schramm. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Zach Wallace. Defensively for Sheboygan, managed by Tim Moyer with assistance from Ken Neese, we have Harry Stelt at first, Ross Christ at second, Jacob Neese at third, and Bennett Becker at short. Around the outfield, J.T. Reed in left, T.D. Walker in center, and Jacoby Andreas in right. Catching his first game here tonight with the A's, T.J. Roberts. We don't have really any information on him. We'll see what we can find out during the course of the game. And then pitching, of course, is Davis Wilson. First pitch is up high. Wilson making his 8th appearance and 6th start. He does have one complete game. ERA is a respectable 3.62. Davis's record is 2 wins and 4 losses. The pitch makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Sheboygan comes in overall with a 12-14 record. They're 5-7 in the Wisconsin State League and 4-2 in the Northeastern Wisconsin League. They've won 3 of their last 5 games, winning last night in Appleton 10-8. Pitch is in the dirt. That makes a count now 3-2. I thank T.J. Skelton for getting us these stats and this information. Nicholson starts off the inning being hit by a pitch. And that brings up the center fielder, Alex Keck. I contacted the manager for Little Chute, Jared Knudsen, and he sent me the roster with numbers, and he was all set to send me their most current stats. He said it was on his phone, but he couldn't figure out how to send it off his phone to me, so we don't have any stats on the Bandits tonight. We'll do the best we can. Good start for Davis Wilson on this batter. No balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. We're in the top of the first. We just got started. Breaking ball is in for a called strike 3. Our umpires tonight, we have Peyton Kelling at home plate. And on the bases, John Coons. Before we get too far into the game, we need to give you the weather report too. 65 degrees out at game time. It's cloudy. And the wind is blowing now from right field over to left, so anything hit out to left and left center will get a bit of a boost from the wind. First pitch was a ball. Breaking ball is down low for ball 2. Pitch is fouled straight back. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nick Nicholson is on at first base, being hit by a pitch. Alex Nicholson, shortstop, is up now. Pitch is on the inside corner for strike 2. Looks like Little Chute brought along a pretty nice contingent of fans tonight. Breaking ball in for strike 3. Wilson's got the breaking ball working. That brings up Connor Wegman, the third baseman. Be interesting to see if Nicholson is on the go now that there's 2 outs. Wilson drives him back. It's Teacher Appreciation Night tonight at the ballpark. We had a nice version of the national anthem sung by Ms. Anderson. That pitch is in there for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Also being recognized tonight was Harry Selt. This is his 500th game as the Sheboygan A. And in Denny's presentation, he mentioned only 2 other players have played over 500 games, and that's the legend Gene Mand and Clay Schwartz. We talked about Clay a couple of weeks ago on how proficient he was at getting hit by pitches. Breaking ball is a little bit outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. Nicholson's been pretty well perched over there at first. One thing about Roberts, and Matt noticed this right away when he went out to the pitcher's mound for the national anthem. Roberts is a big boy. Pitch is up high for ball 4. 2 runners on now for the Bandits. And that brings up their number 5 hitter, Connor Mrazek, the pitcher. Connor, number 99. Wind is actually howling now, almost straight out to center field. Pitch is popped up. Roberts has a play. And he makes the easy catch. Wow, he looked pretty smooth on that catch. Great play, located the ball, got rid of the mask, and made the one-handed grab. At the end of a half inning of play, Little Chute nothing. Sheboygan coming up.
Last year's financial year,
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
Getting ready to start the bottom of the second inning. We'll go through Sheboygan's batting order. Leading off in left field is J.T. Reed. Batting second, the second baseman, Ross Christ. Batting third is Harry Stelt. Harry over at first base tonight. Jacoby Andreas bats fourth and plays right. Jacob Neese is the third baseman. He bats fifth. Batting sixth, T.J. Roberts, the catcher. Batting seventh, playing center field, T.D. Walker. Batting eighth and DHing Jimmy Jurgensen. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Bennett Becker. Defensively for the Bandits, they have just at first. Nick Nicholson is at second. Playing third base is Connor Wegman. And playing shortstop is Alex Nicholson. In the outfield, they have Jake Schramm in left, Alex Keck in center, and playing right field is Zach Wallace. And stepping in is J.T. Reed. Reed steps in, hitting .273. It's a weak grounder to first that Just is able to make the play on. Steps on the bag. So one pitch, one out. That brings up Ross Christ. Christ having another solid season, hitting .363. Ross with 7 doubles and 2 homers. And a team leading 9 stolen bases. Mrazek pitching out of the stretch. First pitch comes in low. Outfield for Little Chute is not very deep. It's interesting when you look at the defensive alignments for the different teams. I think it was Joliet. Their outfielders were not too far from the warning track. And Little Chute just the opposite, playing way in. Count to Ross is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Also, the third baseman for Little Chute is way off the line. Little hopper over to Just again, and he makes the unassisted put out. 2 outs. That brings up Harry Stelt. Harry leading the ball club in hitting. Hitting .390. Leads in home runs with 8. And has a lead in the RBI department with 25. Harry has also drawn the most walks on the ball club, 26. It's averaging a walk a game. First pitch is in for a strike. I mentioned the last time we were on the air that Harry is averaging almost an RBI a game. He has 25 RBIs in his 26 games. There's a drive to deep left, way back there, and gone. A home run for Harry Stelt, number 9 in RBI, 26. I go along with CJ's comment. A nice way to start the 500th game. I don't want to bring it up because I don't want to cheapen the home run, but I'll tell you, the wind is just howling now if you look at that center field flag. Here he got a hold of that boy and drilled it out of here. Left fielder took 2 steps and then stopped. He knew it was gone. Andreas fouls that first pitch off. Sheboygan on top, 1-0. Ball is evens account now at 1-1. There's 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Sheboygan on top, 1-0. Stay tuned during the 5th inning. We'll be interviewing Executive Director Andrew Vigoletti. There's a line drive to the gap in the left center field. Just short of the warning track before it's picked up, but Andreas is in with a stand-up double. You know, in Denny's comments about Harry Stelt, he mentioned about how much he loves baseball and is a true professional, and there aren't many players that you run through in the course of your career as general manager like Denny has, and find the kind of commitment that Harry Stelt exhibits. And where am I going with this is the fact that when that ball left the bat, he knew it was a goner. Matt Crowley sitting next to me knew it was a goner. And Harry just puts the bat down and runs the bases. No dramatics or anything, just plays the game the way it's meant to be played. Bouncing ball up the middle. And Nicholson didn't get the glove down, commits an error. And I think we're got Butterburger time. Andreas able to go to third. And that brings up TJ Roberts. Can we draw comparisons between him and Shane Ryan? Shane out for the year with an injury, but his first at bat in the season he had a home run. Check swing bouncer. Nice pickup by Wegman, and he throws the first for the out, and that ends the inning, but not before Sheboygan comes up with a run. Third baseman made that play. After 1 full inning of play, Sheboygan on top, 1-0.
I'm not usually...
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you.
You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are.
You always
My
have...
back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things
Yes, things.
are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
Please be quiet.
listen, you hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
I'm not...
The floor is lava! Couch is lava! The parking lot is lava!
Leading off the top of the second for the Bandits is Jake DeBruin. DeBruin catching tonight. First pitch is inside for a ball. Wilson got himself in a little bit of trouble, was able to work out of it, getting a nice play by his catcher Roberts on a foul ball near the screen. Hopefully Davis can be a little more consistent with his strike throwing this inning. Breaking pitch is in for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to DeBruin. In a matchup earlier this season, a bouncing ball to Bennett at short. His throw is just in time. Good hustle by the catcher, DeBruin. In a matchup earlier this season in that play ball tournament, remember Sheboygan advanced from their pod into Championship Sunday and needed to win 2 games to be champs of the tournament. Well, in their first game on Sunday, they played Little Chute, and Ross actually was in Manitowoc. In Manitowoc, they lost to Little Chute. Anyway, Brad Reinflesch threw a beauty. Unfortunately, Sheboygan lost by a score of 1-0. And I guess Sheboygan wants a little payback tonight. Bouncing ball is through for a base hit by Peyton Just, the Bandit first baseman. Jake Schramm, the left fielder, is up next. Ball is fouled straight back. In that tournament scenario we were talking about, Manitowoc, it was in Manitowoc, the championship Sunday. Manitowoc won their game, so it pitted Manitowoc against Little Chute, and Manitowoc wound up winning the tournament, defeating Little Chute. Wilson comes set. Not a big lead by Just over at first. Pitch is up high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Look at the Sheboygan outfield. They're not playing particularly deep either. Reed, of the 3 outfielders, Reed in left is playing the deepest. We've seen Walker play a lot of center field. He has no trouble retreating on balls over his head and making catches. He's a good one out there. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. Wilson going to the breaking pitch once he gets 2 strikes on the batter, and it's been a good pitch for him. He has 3 strikeouts in the game, all of them called strikes. Zach Wallace, the number 9 hitter and right fielder, is up next. 2 outs, Just still on first. Hard hit ball picked up by Harry, and he steps on the bag for an unassisted putout. At the end of an inning and a half, Sheboygan on top, 1-0.
The floor is lava! Couch is lava! The parking lot is lava!
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
TD Walker will lead off the bottom of the second for Sheboygan. They lead it 1-0 on the strength of Harry Stelt's 9th home run of the year. Mrazek delivers, and Walker takes it for a ball. We mentioned earlier that Sheboygan won up in Appleton. That's a real good win for them. Appleton's got a fine ball club. Two balls and no strikes. And 3-0. Pitch is in for a strike. After tonight's game, Sheboygan is in the West Bend tournament that goes from the 24th to the 27th. And we will not be doing any of those games. They're all in West Bend, but we wish the A's the best of luck. Walker draws a walk, and that brings up Jimmy Jurgensen. Jimmy having a bit of a tough start to his season, hitting 152. I'm sure he'll pick that up as the season rolls along. He's too good of a hitter to be down there like that. Takes that first pitch for a ball. Waiting on deck is Bennett Becker, the shortstop. Matt is getting ready to announce the third and fourth innings. It's in the back of the press box as we speak. Loosening up the voice. It's a line drive base hit to right. Over the head of the right fielder. Walker streaking around second. Moyer waves him home. Throw is not in time. Stand-up double for Jimmy Jurgensen. Stand-up RBI double. Walker showing the good wheels. Races all the way home from first. That brings up Bennett Becker. Bennett hitting a very nice 320. Swinging a foul tick into the mitt of De Bruin, the catcher for the Bandits. Have a nice crowd tonight. Dollar hot dog night. Not too late to get out here and buy some dogs. Pitch is outside for a ball. Evens count at 1-1. Good pitch by Mrazek, and Bennett swings and misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's nobody out. We have a run in, and Jimmy Jurgensen perched on second after his RBI double. Good job by Bennett Becker to fight off that pitch. Stays alive at home plate. Breaking ball is outside. Base umpire John Coons calls timeout to pick up the foul ball that Bennett hit before. Saw Dusty Fickett the other day playing pickleball. He's quite a pickleball player, but back in the day, he was A1. Matter of fact, he was the first A1. Bennett fouls that pitch off. If you talk to Denny about the history of the A's mascot and the different A1s they've had over the years, he says Dusty was the best. Shortstop sneaking in behind Jurgensen. With that ball, the count now stands at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bennett proving to be very pesky up there. Ball hit out to right. Moving in is the right fielder, Wallace, and he makes the grab. The left-hander throws it into the infield. Good battle up there by Bennett. That brings up J.T. Reed. Only 1 out in the bottom of the second, and Sheboygan has a run in. They lead it now 2-0. Reed bunts it down the third base side. Strong throw is just in time. Nice play by the third baseman, Connor Wegman. And Reed saw him playing back a little bit, and I thought it was a good decision to try and bunt for the base hit. Just that Wegman made a nice play. It brings up Ross Christ. Ross has 15 RBIs on the season. Also is second on the team in walks drawn with 23. First pitch is a ball. If you look at the second baseman, the heels of his shoes are just on the edge of the outfield grass. The shortstop and third baseman, for that matter, are shaded over to the right, with the left-handed batting Chris up. That pitch is a ball. The count now stands at 2 balls and 1 strike. Cook, the center fielder, is now moving over towards right center. It's not very deep. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jurgensen on at third. Christ is a very tough hitter with 2 strikes on him. There's a ball that's drilled out to center field. The center fielder is not going to get that one. Holy cow. That ball was smacked. Long throw towards the infield. Holds Ross Christ to a triple. Boy, oh boy, that sounded great off the bat. The center fielder, Keck, just could not catch up to it. And that brings up Harry Stelt. Harry hit a home run his first time up back in the first. Pitch is up high. Ball 1. Harry in his 11th year with the A's. Line drive out to left, way back there, gone! A line drive home run. over the WHBL sign for a 2-run homer. Harry, 2 for 2. 2 home runs. Oh my. That one, it didn't matter if the wind was blowing or not on that one. It was just a line drive. It didn't clear the fence by a whole lot, but I'll tell you, it was hit extremely hard. All ball looks like it may have hit Peyton Kelling, the home plate umpire, first. Jacoby Andreas up. Jacoby doubled right after Harry's home run in the first inning, but was stranded on third base. The Bruin out talking to his pitcher, Mrazek. I don't think Connor's used to having 2 home runs hit off of him in a game, and then a double, 2 doubles actually, and a triple. I mean, he's been getting hit hard. No cheapies in there. Jacoby with a big swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the second. It's a line drive to left. And a catch made out there by Schramm on a hot ball hit by Andreas. Don't go too far away. Waiting. He's at the table now, all ready to go, is Matt Crowley. But after 2 complete, Sheboygan on top, 5-0.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Welcome back here, top of the third. I'm Matt Carley, taking over for the next 2 innings. And leading off for Little Chute is Nick Nicholson. Nicholson is first at bat to lead off the game. Actually was hit by pitch on a full count by Wilson. Wilson and hit by pitch again. 2 for 2 on tonight for Nick Nicholson. I'm looking at the roster. There are two Nicholsons. Now, batting for Little Chute is Alex Kett, who made that amazing play to end the bottom of the second. Here comes comes the pitch. And this one is hit high into foul territory. He's gonna make the play, but decided not to for safety. Counts 0-1 with no outs after Nick Nicholson got hit by a pitch. Nick Nicholson got nicked. Try to say that 5 times faster. Good old tongue twisters. Windy evening now, just kind of looking down by Low Shoot's bullpen. They do have someone warming up. This one's hit right to Becker. One play and doesn't get in time for a double play. I got the leading runner out at second. I'll put one out up on the board for Sheboygan. And now batting for Low Shoot, the other Nicholson, Alex Nicholson. He's 0 for 1 in tonight's game. Struck out looking. Do believe I think that was 41 for Low Shoot that was warming up for pitching. Kristen, I'm not going to say his last name because I'm going to say it wrong. It's not going to sound very pretty. First pitch by Wilson is a strike. Now Wilson comes to the mound, now gets set. This one is fouled back for strike 2. Sheboygan out to a favorable lead. Now Wilson looks over at first, now comes set up on the mound. Winds up, now delivers. And a strike 3 swinging for out number 2. Fickle. And I do believe that the person that is warming up for Low Shoot is Christian Fickle. And now batting for Low Shoot right now is Connor Wegman. First pitch by Wilson is for a ball, down low, ball 1. Still have, I do believe that's Nicholson, the other, no, excuse me, Alex. Alex Kett's over on first, counts 2-0. Wilson looks over at Kett on first, try to keep him in place. Now tries to pick him off, not in time. Counts still 2-0 with 2 outs here on top of the third. I have a, say, colder summer day, 62 out now. And a called strike just on the outside corner. Counts 2-1 now. Now Wilson comes set. Looks over. Now delivers. Breaking pitch. In for a ball. Counts 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs here. Now Wilson looks over at first. Now comes set. Now delivers. This one is popped up. And look, in a collision. And Nice is down. And we'll be right back for a commercial break.
Last year's financial year,
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean?
Welcome back after that scary collision with Nice and Roberts. Nice was able to get up under his own power, and we're placing his Cooper Gussie at third now. Now the count is full of 2 outs here in the top of the third. You have a runner on first. Still batting is Connor Wiegman. Now we are back to resume play. Now Wilson looks over at first. Now comes set on the mound. Lines up and delivers. Breaking pitch for ball 4. Now batting for Little Shoot. The pitcher, Connor Mrazek. Two runners on base, one in scoring position for Little Shoot, which is Keck, I do believe, on second. Then you have Wegman on first after that walk. Wilson comes set on the mound, looks back at second, now delivers. This one is popped up again, and Harry runs in for it and makes the catch for out number 3. After 2.5 innings, the score stands Sheboygan 5, Low Shoot 0, and we'll see if Sheboygan can extend their lead after the break. We'll be right back.
I'm not usually.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are.
You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And...
Please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car.
Welcome back here in bottom of the third inning. And leading off for Sheboygan is Cooper Gussie after filling in for Jacob Nice. Now Mrazek does come side on the mound. Lines up and delivers. Gussie's first Hit a car? Oh, after what Mike says, did hit off cars, but no damage, so that's a good thing. Counts 0-1 for Gussie. There comes the pitch from Mrazek. Healthy cut from Gussie. Counts 0-2. Mike directing the little kids where the ball is. Now Mrazek now winds up and delivers. This one is something about Nieces. Oh no, that's Moyer. Gussie keeps alive at 0-2 after hitting his manager down third base, Tim Moyer. If that was Nice, that would have been something else. And now Mrazek comes set, now delivers. Pitch down low and outside. Excuse me, down and inside for ball one. Counts 1-2. Now Mrazek comes set. Winds up and now delivers. Now foul ticked, but catcher dropped the ball, so Gussie is still alive. Counts still 1-2, hanging on in there. Now Mrazek comes set. Winds up and now delivers. And this one is bounced right to Mrazek. And a nice little easy throw to first for out number one. Now up to bat for Sheboygan is the catcher, TJ Roberts. Roberts 0 for 1 in tonight's game. Grounded out from third base to first. Mrazek comes set on the mound. Winds up and now delivers. Pitch just outside for ball one. Now Mrazek now comes on the mound. One out here. Bottom of the third. Now delivers. Healthy cut from Roberts for strike one. Counts 1-1. And Roberts, for a bigger boy, he can certainly run after you saw scary collision with Nice. He wasted no time to chase after that ball and got there in a hurry. The breaking pitch from Mrazek is called for strike two. Counts 1-2 with one out here. Bottom of the third. Now Mrazek comes set. Winds up and now delivers. This one's hit into left field. And hits the fence. Right over the left fielders. And now he's going to go. Stays at second after the second baseman can't come off the ball. Nicholson. That's the ball from the left field. And now up to bat for Sheboygan is T.D. Walker after a nice double by Roberts. And now the outfield is playing deeper for Little Chute after plenty of bombs from Sheboygan. And that first pitch from Mrazek is called for strike one. We're just inside of the outside. That makes sense. Well, maybe not for you, Mike, but in my mind it made sense. This one's bounces off the catcher's mask. Counts 0-2 for Walker. Walker is first up at bat. What was walked? Working with an 0-2 count here. If only one out here in the bottom of the third on this windy June afternoon, evening. Breaking pitch has popped up. Now fielders are coming in to run. Center fielder's there to make the catch for Keck. And out number 2. And now batting for Sheboygan is Jimmy Jurgensen after he hits first at bat at a nice RBI double. You have Roberts on second. No, Mrazek looks back at second, now delivers. Pitch just low and outside for ball 1. Oh, Mrazek looking for a sign. Now comes set. Doesn't look back at second. Now delivers. This one's hitting the gap in between. And now Roberts is going to stay at third. A nice hit from Jurgensen to get a nice base hit. Now batting for Sheboygan is Bennett Becker. Becker's 0 for 1 in tonight's game. Ended up flying out to right field. See if he can drive in an RBI with Roberts on third. Then you also have Jurgensen on first. Mrazek comes set now. Now delivers. Healthy cut from Becker. Can't get a hold of it for strike 1. Now Mrazek is looking for a sign. Looks over at Jurgensen on first. You have Roberts on third. Now here comes a pitch. Inside pitch and a snag from the third base. And that ends the inning. After 3, Sheboygan leads it 5-0. We'll be back in the top of the 4th.
Leading off the top of the 4th for Little Chute is Jake DeBruin. Matt is off doing his intern thing. Had to step out of the press box for a bit. He'll be back. DeBruin is 0 for 1. He grounded out to shortstop. Bennett Becker his first time. Davis Wilson's first pitch is a ball. Matt heading back now. You'll be on the air in just seconds. Pitch is lined out to center field, a base hit. Since I'm not getting outs. Oh. Jake is not back. He's still doing intern things. Peyton Just is up next. Peyton singled in the second inning. DeBruin is on at first. Sheboygan's on top, 5-0. Harry Stelt having a great game. That ball is drifting deep. And Reed goes back and makes the one-handed grab. That ball was a routine fly ball to the left, but I'll tell you, it got up into the jet stream and the wind blew it out almost to the warning track. So you can imagine what Harry's drives are going to do when he gets them up in the air a little bit. Matt, you ready? We got De Bruin on first and Schramm up.
Okay, I'm back after a little short intermission. Doing intern stuff, super top secret intern stuff. And now batting for Little Shoes, Jake Schramm. Struck out looking on his first at bat, 0 for 1. And now counts 0 1 after getting fouled. And this one has popped up. And now Chris is there to make it 2 outs on an easy pop infield fly. Just like that, we have 2 outs here on top of the 4th. Now the 9th hitter in the lineup for Little Shoe is Zach Wallace. He is 0 for 1. And this first pitch by Wilson is called for strike 1. Wilson having a very good game, decent game this fine evening. Now winds up. This one is fouled into the A's bullpen. Now 0-2 is accounted for Wallace. Already 2 outs, but you do have 1 runner on first. This is ticked foul back. Pitch was low, but still hanging on with an 0-2 count. Now Wilson. That's strike 3, swings out. It was a 1, 2, 3, 4 inning. 3.5 innings have passed by. Sheboygan still holds the lead. After 3.5, Sheboygan 5, Little Shoe 0. We'll be right back.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Welcome back here, bottom of the 4th inning. Pitching change for Little Shoe is number 41, Braden Schneider is now pitching, and leading off the inning for Sheboygan is JT Reed. And I do believe we do have the numbers, and we do have the numbers for Mrazek. Mrazek pitched 3 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs. All 5 of those runs are earned. Walked 1 batter, and didn't strike out any batters, and gave up 2 home runs. It counts 2-0 for Schneider. Now, this one's called strike 1. Counts 2-1 now. Bottom of the 4th, Mike will take you in the 5th after with an interview with Andrew Vigoletti. And Reed, after a healthy cut, can't get a hold of it. Counts even at 2-2. Now Schneider winds up and now delivers. High outside pitch for ball 3. Counts now full. No outs. So Spence Sheboygan all game. This one popped up into foul territory in third. Third baseman trying to get a handle on it. And almost another close collision, but Weigman makes the catch for out number 1 in foul territory. And now batting for Sheboygan is Ross Chris. And Chris had a lovely RBI triple in the second inning. Flag still going from right to left. Anything that hit out there is gone. And this one is fouled up and out of the park somewhere. Counts 0-1. Now, Schneider comes set, winds up and now delivers to Chris. Inside low pitch for ball 1. Counts even at 1-1 with 1 out. Now Schneider comes set, winds up, now delivers. Another inside pitch for ball 2. Sheboygan still leads at 5-0. Schneider comes set, winds up, now delivers to Chris. And Chris gets a nice hold of it. And now throws him out at first, out for out number 2. And now coming up for Sheboygan is the one and only Harry Stout. I don't know what I need to say about Harry. He's 2 for 2 on tonight's game. And both of those hits have been home runs. And now you can see the outfield, especially left field, playing deep. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Harry had 1 RBI home run in the first, and then a 2-run RBI in the second. Now, here comes Schneider. Strike 1 for Harry. Counts even at 1-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Now Schneider comes set, winds up, now delivers. This one's also inside for strike 2. Harry didn't like the call. And now Harry faces a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Catcher tried to frame it. You can see his mitt move, but called ball. Counts even at 2-2. 2's all across the board along with 2 outs. Schneider comes set. Steps up, now delivers. Harry follows this one back to stay alive with a 2-2 count. Now Schneider comes set. Be nice to see if Harry can go 3 for 3 with home runs. And just outside, Harry's discussing with the umpire. And now that'll end the inning. And now next inning we'll have an interview with Andrew Vigoletti with Mike. Sheboygan still leads it after 4 innings, 5-0. We'll be right back.
Last year's financial year,
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
I'm not usually.
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it. You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
Back here at Wildwood Park, starting the fifth inning, leading it off for the Bandits is Nick Nicholson. Nicholson's 0 for 0. He's reached twice on being hit by pitch. And joining me up here in the booth is Andrew Bigoletti. Andrew, thank you for stopping up.
Thank you. Thanks for having me up here. It's wonderful to be here. What a great night for a baseball game. The A's are looking good tonight. Harry's celebrating his 500th game. Has hit 2 home runs, so it's a good night so far.
Andrew, you were recently named the executive director, first one in A's club history. Other than liking baseball, why did you accept that position?
Well, baseball is a big part of it. My son has played high-level baseball for the past 10 years, so I've been very involved with that. But to be honest with you, about a year ago or so, I said I'd never worked in not-for-profits again. I just was kind of sick of it. But I met a couple people with the A's. Each time I met a person with the A's, I was more interested in it. I think the A's have a bright future. I think there's some changes that need to be made, but I thought I could really make a difference with the A's and help them get to where they want to go.
I'm not real familiar with executive directors and what they do. By the way, next hitter, what did Nicholson do, Matt?
Nicholson, he got hit by a fish, but
Okay, strike 3. Up now is Alex Keck. Close enough. What's the job of the executive director?
The executive director's job is to run the business side of the club. Denny's been doing everything for the past 45 years. I'm trying to take a lot of what he does off his plate. The marketing part with help from other people, the business and finance part, being the face of the Sheboygan A's. He'll be the face of the Sheboygan A's till he retires, but starting to take over that a little bit as well. Just running the business side of it. Let him concentrate on doing the baseball part of it.
We talked with called strike 3 on Keck. That's 2 outs in the 5th inning. Next up is number 3 hitter, Alex Nicholson. Andrew, you talked about a lot of things needing to be done. What is job number 1 that needs to get accomplished in terms of your position and the Sheboygan A's club?
I think job number 1 is to get more people to realize who we are and what we're doing. To make it personal, I'm a big baseball fan. I've been going to games for years. I went to the Chinooks. I went to the Timber Rattlers or Brewers. I never thought of going to the Sheboygan A's games. It just wasn't top of mind. We need to become top of mind. We're a great gem for Sheboygan County. We are a very, we're great entertainment, great price, great value, good level of baseball. We need people to know that we're here. We need to get the biggest job for me, I think, is to get our attendance up. We're averaging about 250 people a game right now. We need to get up to 400, 500, 600 people a night. Get people out here, get people enjoying the game, get people realizing how much fun a Sheboygan A's baseball game is.
Do you think the community's large enough to get those kinds of numbers out to the park?
I think so. I think it's a like I said, a very reasonable, fun summer thing to do. Go to an A's game. You can come here with a family and spend $35, $40 and have a great time. You can't even park at Miller Park for that sometimes. So I really think it's doable here. I think if we get the word out more, we start to get more people on our party decks, more groups booked, I think we can get up to that 400 or 500 people a night easily.
One thing I've noticed about the party deck is there seems to be more activity this year than in other years. And I know last year was obviously a lot different than but just seems to be more active. It seemed like you had more success in that area.
True. The party deck's been booked about half the time so far. Starting next week, though, the party deck is booked all but 2 dates for the rest of the year. The Advanced Comfort Skybox is booked all but 3 dates, and our pavilion is booked. We also have other people coming out. We have a group coming out doing a pig roast under a tent in a couple of weeks. So we have a lot of groups coming out to the park in the second half of the year. Should be a very fun second half of the year for the A's.
You talked a little bit about what challenges you face. Anything else you want to talk about in that regard?
Sure. I think the biggest thing we need to do is we need to increase the number of volunteers and members we have. We have a very dedicated membership right now. We have a couple of very dedicated volunteers, but they're doing so much work. It's very hard. It's a long summer for our select volunteers. We need more people to come out and help us. If we have more people helping, the people have to do a little bit less. So I think that's a big part of it as well.
Andrew's going to stick around for the bottom half of the inning, and we're going to go to a bit of a break, and we'll be right back.
I'm not usually... I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it. You are completely and utterly...
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back! I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And...
Please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call...
friendship.
We're back here for the bottom of the fifth inning. Jacoby Andreas, the right fielder, is going to lead it off. And still with us is Andrew Vigoletti. Andrew, you have sweeping power as executive director. What checks and balances does the club have if they're not happy, let's say, with some of the decisions you make?
Well, first of all, we have a very dedicated and involved board. So that's the biggest thing. We have board meetings on a monthly basis. They have an opportunity to understand what's going on with the club, what monies are being spent, that sort of thing. We have a treasurer who's very involved. The president, Scott Stengel, is very involved. So the board is a big check and balance. I don't have check writing power myself, so that means that I have the authority to spend money, but anything I spend the check has to be written out by somebody else. So that's a big check and balance. But the biggest thing is having a diligent, involved board. They provide the checks and balances that are needed.
I know earlier in the year we met, you and me and several other people from the nominating committee regarding getting another board member on the staff, and why don't you mention his name and who else you're looking for. Jacoby Andreas is down on strikes, and coming up to hit is Cooper Gussie.
Well, currently we have 9 board members. We just welcomed on Kevin Much from Bank First. He's a brand new board member doing a tremendous job. He'll bring a great business and banking sense to our board. We're always looking to fill our board with people with different backgrounds. We're looking for maybe somebody in the legal area, somebody with marketing acumen. We're trying to be very strategic in bringing new board members on. We have, like I said, 9 currently. We have a couple of people cycling off this year, so we're looking to bring on a couple more, get our board membership up to maybe 13, 14, somewhere in that area. The more people, the better to help out. Like I said, we have a very strong board now, but with a couple more people, I think that board can be much stronger.
Cooper Gussie with a double, hit it right down the line. It tipped off the glove of the third baseman, and he was able to make it all the way to second base. That brings up Roberts, the catcher. You had mentioned a little earlier in our interview that what we need to do is get more volunteers working, and I know the concession stand is a big issue. What can we do to get that straightened out?
Well, I think this winter a big focus of mine is going to be volunteer recruitment. Working through the United Way and other agencies to get more volunteers, working with Lakeland College and Lakeshore Tech and places like that to get people to come in. We need more volunteers, especially for the concession stand, for our ticket booth, for ushering. There's a bunch of ways you can come down and help. It's a great volunteer opportunity. You come down, you watch a ball game, you get to watch most of the ball game. You get a free sandwich and a drink when you come down to volunteer. So it's not a bad gig to come down and volunteer to an A's game. Games usually take about 2.5 hours or so, so you're maybe a 3-hour commitment per night. So it's really a good opportunity.
I know we've talked about this throughout the interview about changes with the club and all that type of thing. Why don't we narrow it down to the ballpark? What kind of changes do you envision happening here at the ballpark?
I think the biggest thing is we're going to give the ballpark a facelift, some fresh paint, things like that. But we do have a donation from a gentleman in the community pointed for another deck or something along the right field line. We're thinking about perhaps a Sheboygan Sports Museum. That's a bit down the road, but we have some plans drawn up. We're starting to get some numbers on that. So that could be a very exciting opportunity, a sports museum to encompass all of Sheboygan County's athletic accomplishments, be it in golf or baseball or basketball, and a little bit of a history. We lost a lot of that with the armory going down, and I think we could take a sports museum here at the park could take that place.
Roberts goes down on strikes. That brings up T.D. Walker with 2 outs and Gussie on second base. Andrew, there's I guess you could call it a sign, a banner of sorts when you walk down the one ramp, and it shows prospective changes to the ballpark. Are those the kind of changes that you think, and would that sign represent what those changes might be?
I think it would. I think we're looking at more parking, getting people off of parking on New Jersey Avenue, some diagonal parking along Moyer Way. We're looking at perhaps a beer garden out in left field. Like I said, another deck area. Just more. We want to make this park as inviting and as family friendly as possible. And I think some of those additions will do that.
Andrew, thank you very much for stopping up. Great interview, and good luck with. Don't shrug your shoulders. You did a great job, man. Thank you for stopping up, and good luck with the with the executive director position. And again, thanks a lot.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Come down, enjoy the game. It's a really, like I said, a great entertainment option in Sheboygan County. A lot of people say there's not much to do in Sheboygan County. I challenge that with Bookworm Gardens, with the Wild Center and other places. But Wildwood Park is one of those places. Come down, enjoy a game, have a beer and a brat, and do it for $10 maybe. It's a great place to come down and enjoy a game.
All right, thanks a lot. Schneider gets Walker on strikes, and that ends the bottom of the 5th inning. When we come back, it's going to be Matt Crowley on the mic. After 5, Sheboygan on top, 5-0.
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Welcome back here in the top of the 6th inning. I'm Matt Crawley after a wonderful interview by Mike and Andrew Veneghetti. And if you can't hear, Too Cool's in the house, down on the first base line, always playing good music. Jamie out to Country Roads earlier. New pitching change for Sheboygan. Ethan Scherg is now pitching. Usually the catcher, but now he's pitching. We do have the numbers for Davis Wilson. Pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs, no earned runs, walked 2 batters, and struck out 7 batters, and didn't give up a home run. Now batting for Lil Shoot is Connor Wegman. He's 0 for 0, walked both of his attempts up to bat. Counts 1-2. And here comes pitch from Shirk. Breaking pitch, just out of the hands of Becker. And that'll be a base hit. First hit for, not first hit, but first hit on Shirk. Now batting for Low Shoot, the pitcher Braden Schneider. Schneider replacing Mrazek. Well, Shirk comes set. Winds up, now delivers. Breaking pitch for strike 1. Like I said earlier, Shirk is usually the catcher. Beginning of the season was the catcher. Then they got Shane Ryan. Wasn't catching for a while, and then Ryan tore his hamstring, and then caught for a little bit. And then they got TJ Roberts, and TJ Roberts got the starting job. And now Shirk comes set, delivers. Fastball on the outside. Pitch is a ball. Counts 2-1 on Schneider. Shirk comes set. Now delivers. Fastball in for a strike. Counts even at 2-2 with no outs here in the top of the 6th. 9-inning game. Remember, this is not a 7-inning game. Shirk comes set on the mound. Now delivers. This one is chopped. And Chris makes another grab. Nice grab by Chris. Made 2 of those tonight over the shoulder running. Now batting for Little Shoot is Jake DeBrune, the catcher. DeBrune is 1 for 2 in tonight's game. Had a single in the 4th, excuse me. Now Shirk comes set. Now here comes a pitch. Just a tab outside for ball 1. You do have one runner on first, which is, now this is a pass ball, and Wiegman will go to second. Counts 2-0. Sheboygan still leads at 5-0 and after 5 innings. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Counts 2-0. Shirk is a new pitcher. And just kind of looking like on the main action, got 3 pitchers. One's batting, one's pitching, and one's catching. This one's hit into the gap, deep center. Goes off the wall. 1 run looks like it's going to come in. A nice double by DeBrune. Now we'll put Loshu up on the board for the first time tonight after our RBI double. And now batting for Loshu, the first baseman, Peyton Just. Just is 1 for 2 in tonight's game, had a single in the second inning. Now sure comes set. Now delivers. Breaking pitch for strike one. Now here comes. Sure comes set. Looks over at second. Now delivers. Another breaking ball. That'll be ball one. Counts even at 1-1 with one out. Here in the top of the sixth. You have the Bruin on second. Sure comes set. Winds up and delivers. Breaking pitch just high for ball two. One still hasn't let up at all tonight. Now sure comes set. Doesn't look back at the Bruin. Now this is a fastball. Swing and a miss for strike two. Counts even at 2-2. One more to retire the batter. And now Roberts is talking to Scherg, maybe discuss what type of pitch he wants thrown. Gotcha. Counts even at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. And the Bruin. This is fouled back for staying alive. The Bruins on second after the nice RBI double to put Loshu. And now sure comes set. Now delivers. Breaking pitch for strike three. And retires Just. Sure with his first strikeout. And now batting for Loshu is Jake Schramm. 0 for 2 in tonight's game. Struck out and then a pop-up to second, which I do believe was Ross Chris. No, excuse me. That was not Ross Chris. And this is a swing and a miss for strike one. Making a ruckus. Now sure comes set. Bruin on second. Pitch just a tab high for ball one. Counts even at 1-1 with two outs in the top of the sixth. Sure comes set. Hasn't been looking at the Bruin. This one is hit in foul territory, and Erickson's there to make the catch for out number three. After 5.5 innings, Sheboygan leads it 5-1. And we'll be right back, and when Sheboygan comes back up to hit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
We're going to the bottom of the sixth with Too Cool playing the Wildwood Park Band. Another great reason why you should come out to the ballpark. And leading off for Sheboygan, the bottom six is a designated hitter, Jimmy Jurgensen. Jurgensen, I do believe, is 2 for 2 in tonight's game. Had a double and then a single. And now here comes a pitch from Schneider. That pitch makes the count 2-0 after 2 balls. Sheboygan still hangs on to the lead, 5-1. This is ticked for strike 1. Ticked into the batter's mitt. Catcher's mitt. That wouldn't really make any sense. Here comes a pitch from Schneider. This is called strike 2. Counts even at 2-2 after 2 strikes from Schneider. Now here comes a pitch. Inside pitch for ball 3. Now here comes a pitch from Schneider. Low inside pitch for strike 3. And that'll retire Jurgensen. Now coming up to bat for Sheboygan is Bennett Becker. Schneider winds up and now delivers. One straight down Main Street for strike 1. Becker is 0 for 2 in tonight's game. Both flyouts. Here comes the pitch from Schneider. Another strike. Counts 0-2 with 1 out now. The 7th. Now here comes the pitch from Schneider again. This one is fouled. Still staying alive. Becker is facing an 0-2 count with 1 out already here in the bottom of the 6th. Now Schneider looking for signs. Gets that, now delivers. Now strike 3 for Becker. Just like that, there's already 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And Schneider's already had 6 strikeouts. And now up to bat for Sheboygan is JT Reed. Reed is 0 for 3 in tonight's game. Schneider comes set, now delivers. Breaking pitch which is called for strike 1. There comes the pitch from Schneider. Another breaking pitch, called for strike 2. Reed facing an 0-2 count with already 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes the pitch from Schneider. Swing and miss from Reed, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Low Shoot. And when we come back, Mike will take over for the rest of the game. Excuse me, I have it for the next inning. After 6, Sheboygan leads it still 5-1. We'll be right back.
Last year's financial year,
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized.
I'm not usually... I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage. You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call.
Welcome back to the top of the seventh. I'm back with you, Matt Crawley. And pitching change for Sheboygan is Dawson Salvoski. And leading off for Loshu is Zach Wallace, 0 for 2 in tonight's game. And too cool down there, Jamie out to roll out the barrel. Do have the numbers for Ethan Sherg. Only pitched 1 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run. Didn't walk any batters. Did strike out 1 batter, however, and gave up no home runs. Now, Salvoski winds up now, delivers. Pitch low in the dirt for ball 1. One's still whipping the flag out in center field. Salvoski comes set and now delivers. This one's popped up. And Roberts trying to make a play, and in the stands, someone's going to be a lucky man. Counts 0-1 after that foul ball. Salvoski comes up onto the mound now. Gets set, winds up, and now delivers. Breaking pitch way high for ball 1. So we got a good crowd out here tonight. A lot bigger crowd than I thought we would have had tonight after a gloomy day. This one's caught by Reed, making his way from left field into left center. For out number 1, and now batting for Loshu is Nick Nicholson, who is 0 for 1 in tonight's game. He's almost 0 for 0 after he thought he got hit by a pitch on his last up at bat, but ref said something else, so it hit off the ground. Now, swing and miss from Nicholson for strike 1. And his 2 previous up to bats were hit by pitches. One out here in the top of the 7th. This was hit right to third. Nice one by Gussie. And nice easy throw to Erickson for out number 2. Now batting for Loshu is Alex Keck. This is Salvoski's 3rd game of the season. He's 0-1. Oh, pitching good. Ari, I believe, didn't strike out any batters, but has retired too. First pitch is low for ball 1. Here comes the pitch. This one's takes a bounce and called for ball 2. Sheboygan still holds the lead, 5-1. 2/3 of the way through this inning, top of the inning, excuse me. Salvoski winds up, now delivers. This is popped up yet again. And now Erickson coming over and makes the grab for out number 3. After 6.5, Sheboygan still leads at 5-1, and we'll be right back in the bottom of the 7th.
The floor is lava! Couch is lava! The parking lot is lava!
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
If you know this song by Too Cool, in the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps. And now batting for Sheboygan is Ross Chris. Chris is 1 for 3 with a triple RBI. That first pitch is from Schneider. It's called ball 1, just outside of the box. And here comes pitch from Schneider. High and outside for ball 2. Chris is a power hitter. I rarely see him hit singles, always doubles. This pitch is inside for ball 3, already a 3-0 count. Last 2 innings, Mike will take you through the rest of the game. Here comes a pitch from Schneider. Called for strike 1. Counts now 3-1 for Ross Chris. I don't know if Jake told you, our other intern, not Ben, but works in the team store. Malinowski. He's actually cousins with Ross Chris. Found that out last week, I do believe. And now, batting for the first time tonight, replacing Harry Stell, is Cole Erickson. Schneider delivers. Erickson swinging and miss. Healthy cut. Just can't get a hold of it for strike 1. Now Schneider delivers, and this one's ticked foul for strike 2 for Erickson. Oh, and 2 count for Erickson. Schneider comes set. Winds up and delivers, and Erickson follows it back. And Chris on the move. Didn't even notice that. Thank you, Mike. Chris is a fast man. Speedy Gonzalez. Roadrunner, if you want to call him. Schneider comes set. Now delivers. Erickson staying alive. Chris has 9 stolen bases. I do believe he also leads the club. So, you know, he's a threat when he's ever on base. He can steal at any time. Erickson's still hanging on. Here comes a pitch. Now we'll do it for strike 3. Swing and a miss from Erickson for out number 1. And now batting for Sheboygan is Jacoby Andreas. Northwood's cleanup batter. Schneider comes set, winds up and delivers. Breaking pitch inside for ball 1. Andreas is 1 for 3 in tonight's game. Had a double in the first inning. Now Chris is moving, and he's safe. Make that 10 stolen bases. From up here, it looked like he would have had a nice throw by the catcher from Bruin. De Bruin. Just not in time, just a tad late. Counts even at 1-1 for Andreas. Here comes a pitch from Schneider. Pitch called for strike 2 on that outer box. The box is the strike box. Well, if there was a camera like they have on television, call it a strike box, but strike zone. Tomato, tomato.
He's learning.
Hey, in my mind, it makes the most sense. This one's called for ball 4. Andreas takes his base, and now batting for Sheboygan is Cooper Gussie. He's 1 for 2 in tonight's game after filling in for Jacob Neese. Only one out here in the bottom of the 7th. Sheboygan looking in good position to score some more runners. First pitch from Schneider is a fastball for strike 1. Now Schneider comes set. Not really paying attention to. Now he looks back at Chris. Swing and miss from Cooper Gussie. Did have a nice healthy cut on it. Now Schneider comes set on the mound. Now delivers. Outside pitch for ball 1. That could have been a very wild pitch. But De Bruin did a nice job of making sure it didn't go past him. Now Schneider comes set on the mound. Now Chris playing around with him. Now delivers. And Gussie swinging a miss and strike 3 for out number 2. And now TJ Roberts, catcher, batting for Sheboygan now. He's 1 for 3 in tonight's game. With a nice double in the 3rd inning. Sheboygan had that monster, I guess you could say, yeah, monster 2nd inning with 4 runs scored. Now Schneider comes set, looking back at Chris on second. Now delivers. Fastball for strike 1 right down the pipe. Now Schneider comes set. Now delivers. Pitch just tad outside for ball 1. Counts even at 1-1 with 2 outs here in bottom of the 7th. Now here goes the pitch from Schneider. Just another pitch tad outside of the strike zone for ball 2. Schneider looks back at Chris, and this one's fouled. Counts even at 2-2. 2's all across the board. D.D. Walker being the ball boy for a quick moment. Now Schneider comes set. Now delivers. Pitch just a tad outside. Counts 3-2. Runners will be running on anything. Now here comes a pitch. And a swing and miss from Roberts, and that'll end the inning. After 7, Sheboygan leads at 5-1, and Mike will take you through the rest of the game. Sheboygan leads at 5-1 after they'll come back in the top of the 8th.
last year's financial year. Excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
I'm not usually... I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage. You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always
My
have...
back, my back.
I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things
Yes, things.
are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
Please be quiet.
listen, you hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
Now pitching for Sheboygan, Billy McConnell. McConnell making his 5th appearance of the season, are all in relief. Is a 3.60 ERA, and leading off against Billy will be Alex Nicholson. Nicholson is 0 for 3 in the game. We mentioned this at the beginning. I want to mention it again. Tonight was Teacher Appreciation Night. We thank the fine work they do and all the educators, whether administrators or educational assistants. They do a wonderful task for students here and around the country. Also, congratulations goes out to Harry Stout for his 500th game. Quite an achievement, and celebrated in a big way with a couple of home runs and 3 RBIs. Connell's pitch is outside, makes it 2 balls and 1 strike to Alex Nicholson. Waiting on deck is Connor Wegman. Wegman has scored the lone bandit run tonight. McConnell's a 5'11", 195-pound pitcher from Michigan. Tens William Penn. That pitch just a little bit inside. He walks the leadoff hitter. Never a good way to start an inning. And that brings up Connor Wegman. Wegman is 1 for 1 with a couple of walks. He's also scored a run. The numbers for Dawson Salvoski, he went 1 inning, gave up no hits, no runs, no walks, and no strikeouts. Good outing for Dawson. First pitch is pop foul. Connell throws a breaking pitch, and that's again fouled straight back. Sheboygan's on top, 5-1, on the strength of a, like Matt told you last half inning, I believe, a 4-run second inning. Harry homered in the first, and then hit a 2-run homer in the second. Also had RBI hits by Jimmy Jurgensen and Ross Christ. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's nobody out. We're in the top of the 8th inning. It's a line drive down the right field side, but it's foul. We haven't heard any word regarding Jacob Neese and how he's doing, what his injuries are. Check that out. Yeah. Matt's going to go down and see if he can find out Jacob's status. Pitch rides up high. Connell having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone. He walked the leadoff hitter. And now he's gone 2-2 to Wegman. Waiting on deck is Braden Schneider. Schneider's had quite a night coming in relief of Mrazek. He's got 10 strikeouts so far. He struck out the side in the 5th, 6th, and 7th. I don't know what was wrong with him in the 4th. He only had 1 strikeout. Runner on the move from first, Nicholson, but he'll have to go back on that foul ball. So let's talk a little bit about this Schneider guy, the current Little Chute pitcher. He got Reed to pop up to third, got Christ to ground out to second, and then it's in terms of just outs now. Strikeout, 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 strikeout. He's got 10 strikeouts of the outs made by Sheboygan in a row. There were a couple walks mixed in and a base hit also mixed in there, but Schneider's been pretty dominating. Pitch is fouled back. Got Gussie at third, Bennett at short, Christ at second. Erickson's over at first, taking over for Harry Stelt. Andreas is in right, Walker's in center, and Reed is in left. Reed has made a couple of nice plays out in left field in the ball game. Breaking ball in there for strike 3, and Wegman not happy with himself. I don't think he was expecting a breaking ball from McConnell, but he put it in a strike zone. Schneider now up. Schneider up for his second time. He popped up to second his first trip. Schneider hits a grounder up the middle. Chris steps on second for 1. And a throw over to first in time for the double play. Stay tuned. When we come back, we'll give you an update on Jacob Neese and Harry Stelt.
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Getting ready to start the bottom of the 8th inning. Update, Jacob Neese is in the dugout. He's got a bad headache. Was obviously a little shaken up. Usually when you have those bad headaches after a collision like that, that could indicate, emphasize could, that there is a concussion involved there. Not sure what the trainer would have to say about that. Matt was not able to get in touch with him, but that's Jacob's status. We were also wondering why Harry did not remain in the game, and it's just like we suspected. He wanted out to celebrate his 2 home runs in his 500th game, so he got himself thrown out. And he didn't say anything naughty to the umpire. So we'll blame it all on the umpire. How's that? Good with that, CJ? CJ likes it. It's always the umpire. In all seriousness, our crew tonight has done an excellent job. Peyton Kelling behind home plate and John Coons on the bases. Count is 2-2 to Walker. Fouls that one off. Coach Moyer allowed Davis Wilson to go 5 innings. He pitched a beauty of a ball game. And then he got Ethan Scherg in there, Dawson Silvosky, and Billy McConnell. I'm not sure if he'll come in with another new pitcher to pitch the 9th. We'll have to wait and see on that. McConnell, little shaky at the beginning, walking the leadoff hitter, but then he got a called strike 3 on Wegman on a very nice breaking pitch. And then he got a great play from his second baseman, Ross Christ, who took a ground ball, headed up the middle to center field, scooped it up, stepped on second, and made an accurate throw back to first for the 4-3 double play. Pitch is up high. 3-2 is the count. Throw a thank you to Matt Crowley for running down to the dugout to get those updates on Neese and Stelp. Nice play made out in center field by Keck to retire Walker. And that takes us to Jimmy Jurgensen. And that breaks Schneider's streak of 10 outs recorded via strikeout in a row. Jurgensen fouls that ball back. Jimmy having a pretty good night. 2 for 3 with an RBI double. Or should we say 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI. You say tomato, I say tomato. No balls and 2 strikes to Jimmy. Picked that ball on the inside corner for strike 3. Nice pitch by Schneider. Strikeout number 11 for that young man. And that brings up Bennett Becker. Becker's 0 for 3, but in his first at bat, he really battled up there before he popped up to the second baseman. And on his second trip up, with the runners and with a runner and two runners on, and one of them in scoring position, he hit a rocket, but right at the third baseman Wegman, who made a nice stab at it and caught it. So even though Bennett is 0 for 3, he's had some good at bats. We won't tell you what happened his third time up. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bennett. Schneider grunts on the fastball and gets a swing and a miss by Bennett. After 8 complete innings of play, Sheboygan on top, 5-1.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
McConnell's still out there for Sheboygan. He'll finish it up, hopefully, without too much problem. Leading off, the bottom of the ninth, or top, pardon me, the top of the ninth for Little Chute will be their catcher, Jake DeBruin. DeBruin is 2 for 3 with an RBI double. He drove in the Bandits' only run. Jake DeBruin stepping into the batter's box. McConnell trying to finish it out for Sheboygan. Too Cool packing up the gear and leaving the ballpark. Great job by them again. So gives a whole different feel to the ballpark when they're here playing. And they do a little mini concert good half an hour before the game too. So on nights that they're here, it's good to get here early. I mentioned earlier about the West Bend tournament Sheboygan will be playing in. It runs from June 24th to June 27th. On the 28th, Sheboygan travels to Menasha for a game. And then our next live stream game will be June 29th when West Allis comes to town. That's a Wisconsin State League game. Ball is popped up. Ross Christ in short right field makes the easy catch. There's 1 out in the 9th. Early July sees Sheboygan on the road for 3 straight games. They're also have an away game on June 30th, so that's 4 away games in a row. But after that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dates and 7 games. They play Lombard in 2 doubleheaders. The first one is on Saturday, July 10th, I'd recommend you get to the ballpark. John Dahl, 1968 graduate of North High, will be singing the national anthem. He's a good one. Worth coming just to hear him. And then Lombard again on Sunday, July 11th. You know, I was just thinking about something, CJ. Maybe we should get Too Cool to play the national anthem and have them do the Jimi Hendrix Woodstock version. Line drive out to center field is a base hit for Peyton Just. Just with that base hit is 2 for 4. And that brings up Jake Schramm, the left fielder. Jake is 0 for 3. Sheboygan on top, 5-1. Billy McConnell on the mound. If things stand the way they are now, score-wise, Davis Wilson will get his third win of the season, and Connor Mrazek, the starter for the Bandits, will pick up the loss. No save situation tonight. Swing and a miss. Good fastball by McConnell. Really popped the mitt that time. Nice night for T.J. Roberts, making his first Sheboygan A's appearance. I can't remember, and ball in the dirt is a wild pitch. Allow Just to move to second base. It's been a while since we've seen a catcher as quick as Roberts. I mean, some of these foul balls, he's right there. Made one really great catch right behind home plate, right up next to the fence. And on another foul ball that just landed over the fence into the party deck area. Bud Backstop, I mean. He was right there, too. Obviously couldn't catch it because it was over the fence, but he was there all set to go. He's very quick back there. Another wild pitch by McConnell sends the runner to third. There's one out. Schramm has a 3-1 count. Connell delivers. Outside pitch. Puts runners on first and third. And brings up Zach Wallace, the right fielder. Wallace 0 for 3 in the ball game. Moyer coming out and talk to his pitcher. I'm not sure if he'll make a change just yet. Pitching change coming in. Joey Pettit, it looks like. Also, we have a pinch hitter for the Bandits when the new pitcher's done warming up. It's Griffin Klein. Hey, Matt, why don't you take us to about a 30-second break, and then we'll come back and give you all the details.
I'm not usually... I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage. You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly...
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
In my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back!
I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things!
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
something I like to call
friendship.
Now pitching for Sheboygan is Joey Pettit. The numbers for Billy McConnell, he went an inning and a third, gave up 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. The runner on third is his responsibility. And the pinch hitter for Little Chute is Griffin Klein, batting for Wallace. Sheboygan's up 5-1. Pettit comes set and delivers, and that pitch gets past Roberts. That'll be a pass ball. Pettit making his 7th appearance of the season, has 1 start. ERA is a little bit high at 4.63. He does have a 2-1 record, trying to pick up his first save of the season. Klein swings and misses. Fouls it back. 1-1 is the count. Schramm is on second. Peyton just scored. It's 5-2, Sheboygan on top. Good fastball by Pettit. Pettit does have 11 strikeouts on the season in his 11 2/3 innings. Klein hanging in there, fouls it off. 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count. There's 1 out. Bandits have a runner on second. Sheboygan up by 3, 5-2. Break that again. Klein again doing a good job of hanging in there. Sheboygan trying to make it 2 wins in a row. They won last night in Appleton. This would be a nice little win streak for them. Strike 3. Good pitch by Joey Pettit. I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, Sheboygan has been picking it up a little bit with the win last night. They have won 3 of the last 5 games. I know it doesn't sound like much, but hey, got to build on something. Now hitting is Nick Nicholson. Check that, pinch hitter, Timmy Wallard. Waller. Manager Jared Knutson getting all his boys in there. Waller takes that pitch for a ball. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Breaking pitch for strike 3, and that's the ball game. Sheboygan a winner, 5-2. Line score for tonight's game: Little Chute 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Sheboygan 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. The winning pitcher is Davis Wilson. The losing pitcher, Connor Mrazek, and picking up the save, Joey Pettit. Our next live stream game will be June 29th when West Allis comes to town. Until then, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.